Hi, everyone. I'm coming to you with an update on Samuel Olson. His mother had a news conference a few days back to discuss her son. Um, you remember Dalton, not Dalton. I keep saying Dalton, guys. I'm so sorry. The little boy's name is Samuel Olson. Dalton is the dad. What I was going to say was that Samuel is the little 5-year-old boy that was found in Jasper, Texas, in a Best Western motel with his dad's girlfriend, Teresa Balboa, who's now being held with tampering with evidence. The charges are they're looking to upgrade the charges. It was based on an autopsy report. They're they were looking at a capital case, which here in Texas is an automatic death penalty case. If you remember, Samuel was last seen in school April 30th, which is coincidentally the last day that his father, well, the father said that he had been staying with Teresa since April 30th, which just so happens to be the last day he was seen in school. On May 10th, Teresa called her roommate, and stated that the little boy was dead. The roommate got back to the apartment. He found Dalton laying on the bed with bruises all over his body. They removed Dalton off the bed, put him in a tub, which is where he laid for 2 days until the roommate went and bought a plastic tote, some duct tape, and everything from the store. When he returned home, they took the little boy out the tub, wrapped him in a plastic sheet, duct taped it, put him in the tote, removed the tote from the apartment, and put him in a storage unit. So Dalton's mother went on, she had an interview, and let's listen to what she has to say. If you cannot hear the questions, I will be repeating them to you because I was trying to hear it and then I just decided to go live so you can hear it out of her own mouth. So this is Samuel's mother, Sarah Olson. And guys, if I keep saying Dalton, I am so sorry. The little boy's name is Samuel Olson. The dad is Dalton Olson. And the girlfriend is Teresa Balboa, who is being held in Harris County Jail, pending upgraded charges.
Hi, my name is Sarah. I guess I'm going to start off by asking if we could just take a minute to have a moment of silence for my son and just pray for him. I don't really know how to do this sort of thing. So if y'all have any questions, I'll answer them to the best of my ability. Yeah, Sam was obsessed with Toy Story ever since he was a baby. He loved Toy Story, and Buzz and Woody, those two were his favorite, but he loved all of them. He loved Toy Story.
Guys, just one thing. The father has stated adamantly that he had nothing to do with his son's disappearance. He said that he was hoping that his son would be returned home safe and sound. As we know, that did not happen. He says that the family they're all in shock, they're mourning, and they're in disbelief. But I want you to listen to what she has to say. Everybody wants to know the answers. They want to know what happened. Why did it happen? Teresa Balboa is 29 years old, okay? The little boy had been dead for 2 weeks before his father reported him missing. So let's just get back to listen to what Teresa has to say. This is really, it's sad. This woman, and you can see, not Teresa, Sarah. I'm serious. I'm so discombobulated right now. Sarah is hurting. You can see it. And when she gets to the part about how, when the last time she saw her son was in May of last year, May of 2020.
How are you holding up now in light of everything you've been through?
They're asking her, how is she holding up right now? Which, really, that's the question you're going to ask. You cannot see how she's holding up. Look at this woman. Look at Sarah. Look at her. How do you think she's holding up?
I'm holding up. I just, it's hard. Just taking it day by day. Nobody ever expects something like this. I still am trying to, understand things.
Just so you know, the medical examiner has ruled this a death by homicidal violence. Cause of death is blunt head trauma.
I believe the police have all the information that they need. And as far as charges, they know what they're going to do.
What would you say to Teresa Balboa? At one point, she had, very well.
Okay, I just made that question out. They're asking Sarah, does she have anything she wants to say to Teresa? That was the question. If there was anything you can say, what do you want to say to Teresa?
Please say that now she's the one facing a charge actually in the case. What would you say to her?
Okay, before she answers, let's just remember, Teresa said that Sarah and a police officer showed up at her apartment, and she believed it was a real police officer because he had the uniform and everything, and took Dalton away from her when she was getting ready to took Samuel away from her when she was getting ready to take him to school.
I have nothing to say to her.
What do you miss the most about her son?
Having him?
Now they're going to ask her a question. What do you miss the most about having Samuel? Really? Oh my goodness.
He was sweet. He was very obedient. He was definitely a mama's boy.
So you were trying to know the legal ways of getting it back in your possession.
Yes, I was. Dalton took Sam last January in 2020 and never returned him. Actually told me that I would never speak to him again. And I called police after police trying to figure out what I could do, and it was a civil matter.
Okay, with her saying that, about 4 years ago, my son went through the same thing, except he had custody of his kids. He let the kids come to visit their mother for the summer. When he went to pick them up, she wouldn't refuse to let them go. He called Harris County Police Department. They went to the home. They told him they couldn't stop him from taking the kids. He showed them his court documents and everything. He could have taken his kids at that point. I don't know what her status is if there was any legal documentation stating that she could not have her son. But my question is, how do you take somebody's child and tell them you can't have them unless you have this court order in your hand? So with that being said, my son took her back to court, and it was just, he was about to sever her her parental rights, and then they came to an agreement. But I don't understand if he had documentation. Here in Texas, you cannot see anything having to do with kids, but I will be checking the system to see if there was any kind of divorce filed, and if he filed for full custody in that. Listen to what else she has to say.
So I had to take it to court. And, you know, things can be slow.
When was the last time you were able to spend time?
May 31st of 2020. That was his birthday party.
Now remember, he took the child in January of 2020. She saw him for the last time May 31st for his birthday party. Samuel's birthday is May 29th, the same date as my grandson's birthday. So she went 5 months, just went 5 months without seeing her child. She saw him May 31st. This is sad. I need to know what kind of documentation, what rights did he have to keep this child away from the mother? Another question. I don't hear her addressing if she spoke to him on the phone, if she tried to call or anything else, but let's just listen.
You talk more about what that
Yeah, when I got there, he told me, I knew you would come for me. And, you know, he just basically stood with me the whole time. And I was planning on taking him home that day, but I was stopped.
So were you able to talk to him on the phone or communicate with him on that matter at all?
Dalton, no. I was not allowed.
What would you say about Dalton's choices as a parent?
Okay, did you hear that? She was not allowed to take her son home with her, knowing that the little boy wanted to go with his mom. She was not allowed. And this is heartbreaking.
I don't know how to comment on that anymore. I don't know.
Where were you when you found out the news that body was identified as Samuel's, and what was your life?
Well, when I found out there was a body,
Okay, they're asking her where was she when she found out that that they had found Samuel, and she states that she was at the Houston Police Department and her phone was in the car.
was actually downtown Houston Police Department, and I just walked out and had my phone in the car, and that's when I heard that there was a body. And I don't know, when they gave me a couple of days, you know, they knew it was him right away.
But assume you want justice, but what does justice look like for you, or what would that mean for you?
For the people involved to get, you know, legally what they deserve. And just a lot of change needs to happen in the legal system, among the people, among parents. You know, it's not just my kid. It's not just me.
Okay, guys. When she says she wants the people involved, I agree with her wholeheartedly. That includes the roommate that helped move the little boy into the bathtub. That's the person, the roommate, that wrapped the little boy up in the plastic sheet, put him in the plastic tote, put him in the storage unit. That means the person that picked up Teresa from the search and took her to the storage unit, retrieved the tote, drove her to the motel in Jasper, Texas. I don't know if it's the same person that gave the tip to the police department. I believe the father bears responsibility. I believe that the father bears responsibility as well. If you were working offshore, or that's 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off. If you're working construction, you're gone for a whole month. When was the last time you talked to your son? But he stated in an earlier interview that the last time he physically touched his son was May 2nd. So he reported him missing on May 27th. Were there any phone calls in between that time? Was there any FaceTime calls in between that time? Remember, the little boy had been dead for 2 weeks. So that's 8 days after he was actually dead May 10th. He was reported missing May 27th. The father said the last time he physically touched him was May 2nd. So 8 days, there was no contact. Then after that, you got from the 10th to the 27th. That's 17 days, no contact. Something is wrong with this story.
It's a lot of people going through the same, not the same thing, but the same thing. And something needs to be done.
And has Samuel been laid to rest?
Okay, they just asked her, has Samuel been laid to rest?
He is currently at the funeral home still.
Anything you want to say to the public? This case is obviously captured the attention of our community. That we haven't asked.
I don't know.
Well, we both spoke with the new police chief, Troy.
Okay, this is Marco Gonzalez. He is Sarah's attorney. He was helping her with the divorce proceedings. So that's what he stated when he first came on. So I am going to go look to find out what date the divorce was filed on and when did he actually become part of this case. Because he said he was representing her on other civil matters, is what he stated. So let's listen to what Marco has to say.
Finner. We had a conversation, me, Sarah, and Mr. Finner, and Mr. Finner assured Sarah that he's got everybody on it, and that anybody who is liable in any way, on any part of this is going to be brought to justice. And I truly, believe Mr. Finner and his words and his sincerity. There's been a lot of lies, on the other side concerning this from the start. For them to try to put it on my client, Sarah, with a concocted story about somebody impersonating a police officer was absolutely, insane. And for Sarah to have to hear that, but that she was trying to put some blame, for this was absolutely absurd. And it's just been really tough, with Sarah right now. Young Samuel has not been able to be completely laid to rest because now that there's some, details, with the death certificate and everything that we need to hash out and iron out, and Sarah wants a cremation, for young Samuel, and so we need hopefully the cooperation of Dalton.
Dalton better cooperate. He owes her this. If she wants to cremate her son, let her cremate her son. You put this woman through enough pain, Dalton. You and your girlfriend, Teresa. Give this woman the closure. Well, there will never be closure. Give her this. You've taken everything else from her. You said she would never speak to her son again. Guess what? She can't speak to her son anymore. Dalton.
To get this done, but so that seems like what's holding things up right now, and that's a very unfortunate, right now. So I mean, obviously we will keep y'all posted, on that, so that way, Samuel can completely be laid to rest here shortly. But we just want to make sure that everybody that had any kind of involvement, with Samuel's murder, is brought to justice. And I just hope that from all these lies that have been said, the truth will come out. I don't know that's what Sarah wants. I know she's, still in distress, obviously, and as any parent would in this situation. But, hopefully the truth will come out, and people that will stop their lies, and, this investigation will move forward, and everybody involved will be taken care of.
I'm going to stop it right there. And that's what we want. We want the truth. We want justice for everybody involved. They need to be held accountable. Guys, I want to say thank you for listening. I want you to look at this beautiful little boy. The mother, Sarah, is hurting. Her son has been permanently taken away from her. Keep Sarah in your prayers. Let Dalton do what's right for this mother. Let her cremate her son, Samuel. Please give her this. I appreciate each and every one of you from being here. If you want to go and finish listening to the video, it's on Click to Houston's YouTube page. I want to thank Susan Dalton for sending me this. I did see it the other day. When I took those couple of days off. But thank you, Susan, again. I want to thank all of the subs that are rocking, that are still with me. And guys, I just got notification. I know this is the wrong time. I'm going to post it, but I have passed 500 subs. Just want to say thank you to each and every one of you. And I appreciate all of you. You guys have a safe and blessed day. Bye.